Hello everybody, this is Dr. Caroline Maria, working as an assistant professor in Loyola College of Education, Chennai. The title of the course is Knowledge and Curriculum, which comes under Course 8. We are going to focus on Unit 6, Meaning and Nature of Curriculum. It is a very small unit which is going to deal with meaning, definition, structure, dynamics and changing concepts of curriculum. So the learner will be able to gain knowledge about meaning, definition, concept, structure, dynamics and changing concepts of curriculum. Let's learn the meaning of curriculum. The term curriculum has derived from a Latin origin carrere, which means racecourse or runway on which one runs to reach a goal. For example, any student you take, a student of LKG you take, a student of LKG is given a task or a target or a goal to complete at the end of LKG. For example, numbers 1 to 50, I suppose numbers 1 to 50 or number names 1 to 10, and as well as in English also alphabets, okay, alphabets or 2-letter word or 3-letter words. So this is the target or the task provided in each and every school in relation to one academic year for a student. So in order to reach that goal, a student has to go through the complete curriculum. That is what called as curriculum. So here I would like to stress upon curriculum does not comprise only the subject as English, Maths, Science, Social Studies, History, Geography or Computer Science, etc. alone. But what are all the activities which are happening there in the school, that also promotes the curriculum. So curriculum comprises of the syllabus as well as all the other co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. So the overall total experience a student gets in an educational institution in a particular academic year is what called as curriculum. So as I have told you, syllabus, co-curricular and extracurricular activities as well as all the other experiences and a student gets in an educational institution is put together called as curriculum. So curriculum is equal to syllabus, that is the content material as I told you with regard to your subject, and all the co-curricular activities and overall experiences in relation to the assembly or otherwise some invited talk or even peer interaction. All these are the different experiences a student get in an educational institution. So curriculum serves as a means and materials with which the student will interact for the purpose of achieving the identified educational outcome. As I have given you an example, for an LKG child, completing or learning numbers 1 to 50, number names 1 to 10 or in English 2-letter words or some 53-letter words. That is the ultimate educational goal of an LKG student. So the whole academic year is spent in order to provide this knowledge to the student. Curriculum is an instructional and educative program which makes the student to achieve their goal in relation to education as well as in relation to their aspirations for life. It is a curriculum through which the general aims of school education receive the concrete expression. So the general aims of education are given. You know, if you want to become a teacher, you are supposed to go for B.Ed course. If you want to become a doctor, you are supposed to go for MBBS. So like that, they are the general aims. So those general aims are achieved through the curriculum. And the modern curriculum is child-centered or life-oriented curriculum. Let's now focus on some of the important definitions of curriculum. The important definition of curriculum by Cunningham is, curriculum is a tool in the hands of the artist are the teacher, to mold his material are the pupils, are the students, according to his ideas are the aims and objectives of education, in his studio, that is school. Moore also given a definition for curriculum, which he says that Curriculum includes all those activities which are utilized by school to attain the aims of education. Crow also define curriculum as includes all the learner's experience in and outside the school that are included in the program, which has been devised to help him developmentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually and morally. All the 5 dimensions of development are focused by Crow. Let's now learn the structure of curriculum. So before learning the structure of curriculum, let's have some example in our mind so that we can learn the structure better. For example, a student wanted to become a teacher. Okay, so that is the focus or that is the ultimate goal of a person. You just have that in your mind. So before framing the curriculum, first of all, we are supposed to define the target group. Target group are the ones or the students who are going to learn the particular curriculum. Those who are in need to learn some particular curriculum are called the target group. So here the target group are prospective teachers, ultimately prospective teachers. Those who have completed their undergraduation or post-graduation in any specialized discipline, they can be the target group. Okay, then once after fixing the target group, we are supposed to formulate what are all the learning outcomes you expect from the target group. In the sense, at the end of the course, how are we going to train, whether the target group that is the prospective teachers, whether they have become efficient teachers. So to become efficient teacher is the expected learning outcome of the students. So for which we are supposed to first of all analyze their knowledge, their entry behavior, entry knowledge with regard to teaching profession, with regard to all their teaching aptitude and all. And at the end of the course, we are supposed to again evaluate whether the students have gained the skill of teaching, the art of teaching, that we are supposed to focus on. The next one is selection of content. So accordingly, we are supposed to select the content. You take your own B.Ed course where you are given childhood and growing up, by which you come to know about the behavior of the children and how are you going to deal the children, what are the psychological aspects to be taken into account, and contemporary in education and learning and teaching, understanding language and discipline, language across the curriculum, gender, school and society, knowledge in curriculum, assessment for learning, all these are the different content which are selected. So, in order to produce a good effective teacher, what are all the inputs to be given to the teacher? That is what called as selection of content. Then after selecting the content, we are supposed to focus on the instructional strategies. What sort of instructional strategies are we going to go with? Whether we are going to have the lecture method or class discussion, or theoretical parts could be, theoretical inputs could be given by a lecture, or technology enabled teaching, or collaborative learning, or cooperative learning, flipped classroom, blended learning, all these could be done. As well as practical knowledge also should be given. So internship, 16 weeks of internship or 40 days of internship, accordingly, according to the need of the student, this instructional strategies are the teaching learning process. Then after finally we are supposed to evaluate, and this evaluation will help us to check whether the curriculum whatever is transacted to the students are effective or not. So the effectiveness of curriculum could be evaluated at the end of the program. So the structure of curriculum includes first of all the target group, then expected learning outcome, selection of content, selection of instructional strategies, and selection of evaluation procedure. So the target group are, as I have told, prospective teachers. If you take it as an example, that will help us to develop a rationale for the course, in the sense the purpose for the course. You can really derive the purpose for the course once you have selected the target group. Then the next one is expected learning outcome will help us to describe the entry behavior. As I told, in relation to teaching aptitude, you can check the teaching aptitude of the prospective teachers as soon as they enter in the college of education, so that the beginning itself you can just go for an examination or go for a test of teaching aptitude, and at the end of the course we can just check the exit behavior, whether the teaching aptitude has improved in the students or not. Then selection of content in relation to the specific subject area whichever we are focusing on, and instructional strategies, we can plan the teaching learning process, and evaluation could be either subjective evaluation or it could be even objective evaluation. Let's now focus on the dynamics of curriculum. Dynamics is the force or the process that produce some change. The mere word dynamic means keep changing, okay, not static. That is what called as dynamic. So dynamics in curriculum means changing the curriculum process, curriculum courses according to the current trends. For example, these are the factors which affect the changes in the curriculum. For example, individual need. See, now we are living in this 21st century. People are going more for all this, artificial intelligence, robotics, data science. All these are the individual needs. Okay, so whatever curriculum provided to the students should satisfy the need of the student. Rather, if we are just introducing what is computer, what is mobile and all that at this age, that will not serve the purpose of the students. So, whatever the students need, accordingly we are supposed to change the curriculum. And same way, it will help when the students' needs are met, ultimately the societal need also will be met. For example, when you are focusing much on this artificial intelligence, robotics, data science, and all this technology oriented learning, all this curriculum when you are giving to the students, ultimately all the students will learn all this and they'll take the nation to the next level. They'll improve the society to the next level. So the societal needs also will be met so that we can be at par with the developed countries. And research and innovation also mainly gives a sort of input with regard to the change in curriculum. Every now and then this NCERT, National Council for Educational Research and Training, conducts various projects and research, and they bring out very good innovations in curriculum. For example, you take the CCE system. CCE is Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation, which was introduced in CBSE schools in the year 2009 by Kapil Sibal, the then MHRD minister. This NCERT has gone for an evaluation or a project or a research, and they found out that our fate is decided in the 3 hours examination. For example, in our plus 2 examination, if a student is not well, some family problem, if the student is not able to perform well in the 3 hours examination of plus 2, the student fate is decided over there. Even though the student is a very studious student, aspiring to become a doctor, because of some health issue or family problem, if the student is not able to perform well in the 3 hours examination of plus 2, the life of student will end up in any arts and science college, or the student may become dropout of education also. So that is the problem which we are facing. In order to eradicate that problem, or in order to reduce that problem, the CCE system is introduced in CBSE schools, wherein this formative assessment and summative assessments were held right from 9th standard till 10th standard, right from plus 1 till plus 2. Actually, it was implemented from 9th to 10th standard only. So, from the academic year of 9th standard till 10th standard, whatever the curricular as well as co-curricular activities the students have participated, the students were evaluated and given marks, given grades, and students are given marks based on the entire performance of the whole academic year from 9th till 10th standard. So that is what is called the CCE system. Seeing that our Tamil Nadu government has introduced ABL and ALM method. Okay, activity based learning and activity learning method. These two methods are introduced in our Tamil Nadu government. These are all only because of the research and innovation, and these are the curricular changes which happened. And the socio-political factors also will create a sort of problem in relation to the curriculum. For example, the Samachir Kalvi you take. Samachir Kalvi was introduced by one government, but it was implemented by another government, and they have eliminated certain factors in this Samachir Kalvi because of all these political conflicts. So socio-political factors also has a great role in the change of curriculum. An evaluation of curriculum should be done. When any new curriculum is introduced, evaluation should be done in order to check the effectiveness of curriculum. Then only we can bring out some changes. And educational commissions and policies. Recently we have come across with the National Education Policy 2019, which has come out with so many ideas and so many policies, and that those policies will change the curriculum. For example, the three language system and introducing foreign languages also in our curriculum. So these are the new innovations which are coming up. So these are making some changes in the curriculum. Let's learn the concepts of curriculum. There are two concepts of curriculum, traditional concept and modern concept. Traditional concept is based upon the subject-centered curriculum, which mainly focused on the cognitive development of the students, that is the intellectual development of the student. Modern concept of curriculum is based upon two dynamic process which involves the individual development and social development, and this individual development also in relation to overall development of the student, that is all round development of the student. When a student is overall developed or all round developed, ultimately the society also will develop. What are the changing concepts of curriculum? There are three main approaches in relation to the changing concept of curriculum: addition, deletion, and reorganization. Addition is adding some new elements in the existing curriculum, in the present curriculum. For example, you take your present B.Ed curriculum. You add some of the topics or some of the subjects which need to be added, which are essential for the teachers. Then deletion is removing or deleting some content material in the curriculum. So some elements are deleted in order to modify the curriculum. So you have learnt some 7 subjects in your first year and 5 subjects in your second year. Which are all the subjects which you do not want in order to become an effective teacher, you can eliminate, you can delete. That is what called as deletion. Then reorganization, here nothing is added and nothing is deleted, but reconstruction, in the sense putting all the curriculum in an order, sequentially arranging in order. That is what called as reorganization. So this addition, deletion and reorganization should be done to three main aspects of curriculum. They are content, process and product. Content is the subject matter, the instruction. What are all the subjects we teach and what are the activities which we have planned for the whole academic year? That is what called as content. And the process is the teaching learning process. What sort of learning experience we are giving to the students. So that is called as process. Product is the learning outcome. What sort of learning outcome? The entry behavior and the exit behavior I told you. So what sort of exit behavior we are expecting from the student? What sort of the desirable behavioral changes we are expecting from the student? That is what called as product. So changing concepts of curriculum involves three main approaches: addition, deletion and reorganization. That should be done to the content, product and the process. This is the last part of this 6th unit, factors of change. We know change is a constant law. Okay, so it always brings some sort of improvement and it will happen continuously. So change is an ongoing process. You can't say, okay, now we have introduced this artificial intelligence in 11th standard or 12th standard, for example, I'm saying. So let it be forever. You can't say like that. After some years, this artificial intelligence will become an old concept. Some new other concepts may come. So according to the time, we are supposed to keep changing the curriculum, because change is an ongoing, almost unconscious process that involves reworking the familiar elements into a new relationship. So this factors of change, which involves, the very first factor is explosion for knowledge. As I told you, when we are introducing some new concepts in the present curriculum, it will give an exposure to the student to learn, to get to know or become aware of some new concept, and that will satisfy the community need. So as I told you already, now if we are not giving focus for this technology enabled learning, online teaching, or this artificial intelligence or data science or any technology, digitalization or digital learning, if we are not given any importance for this, and if we are simply following the traditional method, face-to-face learning, learning from the textbook, if we are still following this, we won't be able to compete with the developed nation, developed countries like America, England and all. We won't be able to compete with their standard. So our community need is help. Community is motivating us to compete with other nation. Okay, so that is the community need, for which change in curriculum is essential. And change in curriculum will help us to get to know about the development in science and technology, and it will even somewhat, to some extent, it will bring down the socio-political factors also, and it will improve the economy of our nation, because students, when they are given new knowledge, ultimately they'll go for many invention. So when they go for many invention, those invention could be given to so many people, which will increase the knowledge of other people and increase the economy level of the nation. So change in curriculum is essential in order to take our nation to the next level. The key learning points are aspects to focus on while structuring the curriculum. We are supposed to focus and changing concepts of curriculum, factors for curriculum change we have seen, and the main key learning is we need to keep modifying or changing the curriculum according to the needs of the students and according to the needs of the society. Let me give you an activity. Just design a curriculum for B.Ed for your choice, for either 1-year program or 2-year program, including all the subjects. What are all the subjects you want in first year or second year, or if you are going for 1-year B.Ed program, what are all the subjects you want, and you are expected to write the outline of the content, and you are supposed to give the supportive records. You are preparing so many records, right? So what are the records which are very essential to make you as an effective teacher, and what are the TLMs? TLMs are teaching learning materials. What are the essential teaching learning materials to be prepared in the due course of B.Ed course? And you can even give a schedule for teaching practice. How many days or how many weeks of teaching practice is essential, or internship is essential in order to become an effective teacher. So this is the activity which I have given you for this unit. Let me give you some books for your further reading. Thank you for listening, students. Wish you all good luck.